This is a thrilling film that gets your blood pumping, filled with thrilling scenes and heart-stirring storylines. The visual effects of the film are breathtaking, ranging from cool stunts to thrilling chase battles. Every frame is brimming with visual impact. Immersing the audience in endless movements and a tense atmosphere, the story takes place in a post-apocalyptic world after a nuclear war, where the Earth has turned into a desert. Mad Joe was a dominant force, controlling a large amount of water resources. On this day, he sent his subordinate Ferosa to exchange water for gasoline and supplies from Gasoline Town. Ferosa was driving across the desert with a truckload full of water. Just ahead was Gasoline Town, but Ferosa suddenly changed direction, however. All of this was witnessed by one of Mad Joe's sons through a telescope. Mad Joe took a look through the telescope and instantly looked flustered. He hurriedly went to look for his wives, only to find that all his young wives were gone, only his eldest wife, holding a gun and confronting him. Mad Joe got mad and ordered all of his war boys to attack. The war boys were all contracted albinism due to the influence of nuclear radiation. They were furious and warlike, and all took pride in dying in battle and entering the Hall of Glory. One of the war boy, Jones, didn't want to miss this opportunity. Even he was still receiving a blood transfusion, so he tied his living blood bag Max to the front of the chariot. Mad Joe's chariot's team is extremely powerful. The huge sound system makes every war boy excited. In order to enter the Hall of Honor, Jones stepped on the gas and rushed to the front. At this time, Ferosa arrived at the Vulture tribe in a truck. A chariot crashed into a trap and was destroyed. Ferosa swerved sharply to escape unharmed. Just then, two hedgehog chariots from the Vulture tribe caught up. Two war boys worked in perfect harmony and took it down with one shot, and Ferosa also picked up a arbalist and finished off the remaining chariots of the Vulture tribe. Meanwhile, Mad Joe's chariot team was also catching up quickly, facing the chariots of the Vulture tribe. One war boy, who was the first to take the lead, threw his spear. Just as he was about to throw the second spear, he was unfortunately hit by the enemy's arrow. On his deathbed, he sprayed an unknown white liquid on his mouth and then jumped towards the enemy's chariot with the two spears in hand. Perished with the enemy. At this moment, the Vulture tribe sent a more powerful chariot, which directly knocked over the warboys' chariot. The warboys worked in perfect harmony and took turns to attack, finally finished off the Vulture tribe's chariot. At this point, even greater danger followed. In order to get Ferosa to stop, the warboys immediately turned their guns around and charged at Ferosa. Ferosa, taking advantage of the large truck, ramped through two chariots, put on a mask, and charged towards the sandstorm. Jones followed closely behind and also drove into the sandstorm. Dark clouds gathered and the sky was filled with a fierce killing. Watching his companions enter the Hall of Glory one by one, Jones became excited. He filled the car with gasoline, wanting to perish together with Ferosa. At the critical moment, Max stopped Jones. The combat vehicle was also overturned by a heavy truck. After the sandstorm passed, Max suddenly woke up. With shackles on his head, a burst of fragmented memories suddenly hit his mind, making him a splitting headache. He struggled to pull out the blood transfusion tube from his neck and desperately trying to break free from the chains on his body, but the other end of the chain was tightly locked to the unconscious Jones, so he dragged Jones out and tried every way to open the chain, but it's in vain. Just when he was at a loss, he suddenly noticed a truck in the thick fog in the distance, so he carried Jones on his back and walked towards the truck.